Hi, I'm Wilhelm. America has now become a country that is artificially and deeply divided into left and right political ideologies. I promise you this will not be a political video, but I want us to take a closer look at the one vital aspect that caused this split to happen. It is anger. Let me show you how contagious anger is and how it took over our country. I will be using the work of neuroscientists Dr. Andrew Newberg and Mark Robert Waldman that shows how angry thoughts and images can disturb the normal neural functioning of many parts of the brain. Why is it that watching violence in movies or in the news and listening to heated, angry debates make us feel more angry, aggressive, negative, and powerless? Here is a typical example. Imagine it's evening and we want to relax and watch some news on TV or on the computer. As usual, we select our favorite political talk or news channel, and within seconds we are sucked into the images and news. We are bombarded with issues that make us upset, hopeless, self-righteous, or uncomfortable. We haven't even noticed how quickly we became as angry, bitter and frustrated, just like the people we saw in the news, talk shows or video channels. Now the adrenal is rushing in our blood and we are really pissed because of the negative news we just consumed. As a result, we may pick a fight with our spouse. Here she is, and then she gets angry and shouts at the kid, who then gets angry and kicks the dog, and so on. This is how quickly anger that we consciously have chosen to consume can infect our body and spread across our environment and even the whole country. Anger is highly contagious, but that is not all. Our anger is like lightning bolts shooting out from our aura. They can attract negative entities that feed on these kind of destructive energies, also called louche energy. I spoke about that in details in my videos on evil and on listening to your soul. We all have seen what can happen when people channel their anger into horrific acts of violence, like the shootings in a synagogue and mailing bombs to politicians. These perpetrators' own anger was supercharged by the anger and negativity they found in the media or internet. How is it possible that other people's anger can affect us so intensely and so quickly? Here is what Dr. Newberg and Dr. Waldman have to say. All you have to do is see a harsh, angry, or contemptuous face in a picture, and the same neural reaction will be triggered because the circuits involving the human amygdala are particularly responsive to expressions on other faces. And the stronger the expression, the stronger your emotional reaction will be. They point out that when we see an angry expression, it takes less than 1 second for our brain to respond with fear. Now, in life, we cannot totally avoid meeting angry people. They can be our boss, our neighbor, or any stranger in the street. But we can avoid watching or listening to negative or angry media shows, podcasts, talk shows, or videos. We always have the free choice. You see, it's not just serious negative news that has a destructive power over us. And the same thing happens in your brain when you listen to songs with hostile lyrics, even if they are presented in a humorous way. So even a strongly politically charged comedy show can in the end make us feel more angry, aggressive, negative, and powerless. But anger is not only used to promote political issues. It is also one of the favorite tools in religious fundamentalism. For instance, we all are familiar with images of ISIS, but there are also fundamentalists in all other religions, where preachers speak of an angry God and spread anger from their pulpit. This results in religious and non-religious fundamentalists, especially men, appear to have higher levels of trait anxiety. In my video Listen to Your Soul, I've mentioned how our exposure to negative people, shows, movies and games is hazardous to our soul, our health, and also to society. If you are interested to read more about it, you may also want to check out the book by Dr. Newberg and Dr. Waldman that I used for this video. It is called How God Changes Your Brain.
We can ask ourselves, can we truly learn or gain anything from a news program, podcast, or video host who persistently uses anger to attract viewers and listeners? An angry person is not a wise person who reflects on issues. An angry person is not a competent or wise leader who carefully reflects on all options. An angry person is not somebody we want to be with. Remember, the virus that we call anger only takes less than 1 second to infect us if we choose aggressive videos, podcasts, or news. The choice is always ours. Thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you in my next video.